Go ahead. You got to push the other button too, Diane.
You know what?
You got both of them. You got it. Okay, good.
I put on mine too.
Hi. Good morning, and welcome to Philly Hott Radio. My name is Showtime the Hype Man. We're about to broadcast live around the world on YouTube channel. Good morning.
Good morning.
So, I also like to introduce my co-host, Dr. Rock. So say good morning, Dr. Rock, to our audience.
Good morning. I'm glad to be in the house. I'm glad you're listening this morning. My name is Dr. Rock, and I'm on Philly Hott Radio, and we're whistling while we work. So I'm glad. I hope you enjoyed the show because we have great guests on the show. We'll have great questions and answers. So enjoy and call up. Call up 484-477-6348. Call on up.
Wow. So what we're doing, we're about to get started. Before we get started, how was your weekend? I know that you've been busy and you're doing a lot of things, and you're preparing yourself for a pageant. That's correct. Did I say that right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so what passion that you talk about, and won't you talk about the event?
Yes.
About the passion tomorrow. That's tomorrow,
yes,
correct?
Yes, tomorrow. Dave Wilkes, he presents a BBW International 2019. Tomorrow, well, not tomorrow, it'll be Sunday, August 18th. Director is Stephanie Kane. The entertainment is Philly's Intruders featuring Tony Strong. You have to come on out. Patty Jackson will be our host. Philly Hott Radio, Whistle While You Work is interviewing. So that's us. We will definitely be interviewing. And then Philly recording artist will be Destiny Marie. And it's located at Clarion Hotel, Philly International Airport, 78 Industrial Highway, Essington, Pennsylvania, 19029. Now, you have to come and see who's going to be the queen. It's very interesting to know. The queen that was 2018 was Tiffany Henderson. I'm giving her a shout out. She wore her crown. She wore it well. I'm giving her a shout out on the radio, letting the world know that we will get a new one for 2000. This is the 20th year for Mr. Dave. So we would definitely get a new queen on Sunday. So you have to come. We still got tickets. Come to the door. You can come to the door. It doesn't matter to get the tickets, or you can call me up. Or you can get with Mr. Dave, Dave Wilkes, or mine is 215-668-0241 is my number. Or you can call the station, call up, and I'll meet you for 484-477-6348, and I can give you some tickets because we still have some left. You don't want to miss it, the biggest event. Just come on down. Just come on there.
Wow. So that's going to be an outstanding event. Mr. Dave Wilkins present the President Plus 20th anniversary at 2 p.m. So tickets are $30, and for VIP it's $50. That's correct?
Yeah, VIP. But mostly we have left is the guest tickets for $30.
Wow.
The one for $30.
So VIP did a great job.
Yes, they did.
So it's going to be an outstanding event. So my name is Showtime the Hype Man on Philly Hott Radio. Whistle while you at work. We're going to be participating and interviewing all the ladies at that event. So we have something else. Those who know that Platinum Entertainment show is sold out for the Lady B Basement Party with KRS and Redman and others. Doors open at 6 p.m. The show is sold out. I got a call today that the Lady B Basement Party is sold out at the Dell Music Center. So that's tomorrow. I'm sorry that but I'll go live on Philly Hott Radio, and I'm going to show the event live there at Dell Music Center. Showtime the Hype Man. That's what everybody know me as.
Yes.
Also, Platinum Entertainment going to do it again. What we're doing Patty Jackson Party in the Park. Another Platinum Entertainment event. September the 2nd, 2019. That's on a Monday at the Dell Music Center. Guess who's going to be there?
Who?
I know y'all waiting. Frankie, Beverly, and Maze.
Oh, wow.
Along with Big Daddy Kane and the Wu-Tang Gang. My name is Showtime the Hype Man, and along with the host, Patty Jackson on WDAS FM, this is event. Tickets are on sale today. Go to the Dell Music Center box office to get your ticket and tell them that Philly Hot Radio whistle while you work told you to go to the Dell Music. And Dr. Rock, I'm going to make sure that Dr. Rock will be in that house along with me hosting that event. So those are our events going up. Also, we have another event. David Owens, the councilman at large, is doing Philly Live Center Stage. Are you a top musical talent? If you want to register for free, go to www.philly live or August the 15th to make sure by September the 30th. Guess what the prizes is? $11,000. You get $11,000 studio time, photo session, and total cash of all that package, $11,000. Can you believe that?
Wow.
So this is going to be, you get studio time, and all that. So those who like to entering.
So it's a musical talent.
Yes, correct.
Right.
You know, you can record 3 or 5 minutes of your video of you performing. That means if you're an artist, you're a model, you're a singer, you're a comedian. If you'd like to be a TV personnel, we are looking for the best talent in Philadelphia. And Councilman at Large, David, is hosting this event. Also, you can upload your video on YouTube. Or you can give a copy pastry to the link of your video on Philly Live or. So this is something that we're going to be doing. Music category. Classic, country folks, DJ, gospel, hip hop, jazz, pop, R&B, rock, and the world Latino. You can register free at www.phillylive.org.
All my singers register. You know, if you can sing or you can dance, register for what Showtime just told you for the Philly Live. I might even register.
Also, I have one more before we get the charge started. September 27 is a big election for SEPTA Union. It's a slate that I'm supporting, 234 action slate. I'm asking those who are SEPTA employees if you can support the Michael Bidney for president slate. So I'm asking all those who are union or watching this, support Michael Bidney for the president of Local 234. New leadership for new direction. My name is Showtime the Hype Man. So that's all we have for the show and things that's going up in the event. So Dr. Rock, you can introduce our first guest.
I would love to introduce my first guest.
Come on up.
Which is Shamel Lloyd. She's from Overbrook, class of 1981. So if you're class of 1981, you should be looking at this. You should be listening, because she said she wants the class of 1981 to know about all the upcoming reunions in 2021, because I guess it would be 40 years for y'all in 2021. Well, guess what? I graduated in 1980. But it's okay, because guess what I do is I always go to the reunions in 1981. But I love my 1980 class. But it seems like I'm always, I need someone to tell me, like, when is it, so I can remember when to go. So I always go to 1981. So we were like,
because I actually thought you were part of the class of 81.
Yeah, because you see me, you used to see me all the time.
All
Yes.
our events that we have, and I do thank you for that.
Yeah, no problem. So now we're going to introduce you to Shamel Lloyd.
Talking to the mic.
Thank you guys for having me on Whistle While You Work. I'm here to just talk briefly about our upcoming, in 2021, our upcoming 40th class reunion. We're still at our planning stages right now, so which consists of setting up our committees. And right now we're going to run an election on where we want to have it at. We have half of the class wants to go away and do our class reunion.
Okay.
Then we had the other half wanting to stay in Philly, which I'm promoting staying in Philly because this is where we graduated from, and we've never had our reunion all weekend in Philly, so I think our 40th would be a good time to have it here in Philly.
So this is your time to show the world and those How do the progress go when you do family reunion? It's important that I was sharing with you, asking that question, because we're about to go live around the world. We are live on YouTube channel around the world. It's a lot of people don't know the process, how reunion is run, the procedure y'all go through, when it started. Did it get started after y'all graduated, or y'all waited 10 years for it to happen? You know, like I came out of Overbrook in 1979, but we do have a caller, so maybe someone want to talk about what. Okay.
Caller, what's your question?
Yeah, good morning to Philly Live, Hot Radio, Dr. Rock, and my man Showtime the Hype Man. God bless y'all good people.
Yes.
I'm just calling in. I didn't really just tuned in, so I don't know what the topic was, but I'm just calling in to bid you guys a blessed day and a great show, and to let the public know that you guys are doing a great service, and I know that God is going to bless your efforts, because only what you do for Christ will last. My name is Brother Keith. I had the pleasure of being on your show last week.
Yes.
And I'm so excited about what you're doing for our community and how you're trying to empower our people and network and let people know what's going on. So I want to encourage you to continue to do that good work, and God get the glory.
Thank you, Brother Keith. We appreciate it. Definitely. Thank you so much for calling up.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
So,
could you repeat your
well, basically, all I'm asking, this is your time to promote your reunion of class of 81. That is correct? How do the process go when y'all in the stages of 1, 2, and 3 to make this event to be successful? Because it's a lot of people around the world that graduated from high school in 81. We're not going to talk about age, but those who are listening can talk about age. But how do the process go, building a team, building an organization, getting the right people to understand what y'all doing for your reunion? And what make you still have a passion, even though you left your high school at Overbrook in 1981? So talk about the process of building a reunion and those who are out of city, out of town. How do y'all keep everybody organized?
Well, first, it's a good thing we have Facebook, because Facebook is one of our good networking. We do a lot of networking through Facebook. And the first stage is getting a committee together. So what we do, we just blast out, hey, the class 81, we're having a meeting just to start our preliminary planning for our 40th class reunion. So, you know, we met twice at the Landmark, and we had about maybe 20, 30 people that showed up, which was good. So we kind of was brainstorming, and once you brainstorm and start getting what you want, how you want it, then that's when you break down the committees. Because when you have everybody trying to do one thing at one time, you're not going to get anything done. So if you're responsible for the T-shirt, that's your thing, nobody's going to, you know, well, why we got to wear orange and black and not black and orange? We just want to do it your way. So you have somebody with the plan, and if they say this is how it's going to be, we're going to do A, B, and C, that's how it is, and we move on. So then you just meet every month, 2 months, and you just try to see what progress everybody, and then kind of see who's slacking. So if you're responsible for looking for a vineyard, and 6 months went by and you have nothing, you keep, you know, you coming to the table with nothing, and we kind of like, okay, we got to move on. We have to push her away. So we try to get people that want to get on the committees that they know they're going to have a passion for. If decoration is your passion, get on that committee. If planning is your passion, get on that committee. So that way you'll be more involved, and you know, you won't be like, I can't make this meeting, I can't make that meeting. So we really need dedicated people right now, because our 40th is a big reunion. If you don't come to any more reunions, come to the 40th.
Right. Well, let me just tell you, my husband is he graduated in 1981.
Overbrook?
Yes, from not from Overbrook, from West Philadelphia.
I said Overbrook. Why you going to put West Philly in this conversation? We're talking about Overbrook.
Because I married a West Philly guy.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
And he's 1981. Now,
I had to put it out there. Go ahead.
Well, anyway, but I'm 1990. I mean, in 1980, and I think one time I've been to 1980, and I think Tanya Long is a part of 1980, and I try to get in contact with her to let me know if any events come up. But like I said, I definitely, support 1980. I support 1981. I support all the years in Overbrook, actually, so. Yeah, so I just, that was what I wanted to tell you, that my husband is 1981 too. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so for me, I like to, you said something about 40 years, and 40 years is a long time keeping our people close together. And I want to give y'all hand clapping because it's important for us to recognize y'all. For 40 years, they are keeping their dream in a high school alive. And we know that a lot of people went on, and some people not here today. They can't participate. Philly Hott Radio would love to host the Overbrook 80 reunion because we truly believe that it's important for all of us to give y'all helping hand in anything that we can do, whistle while you work. And you talked about putting everything together. So, what it costs for tickets, and how can people buy tickets, or do y'all have the tickets set up already for the 40th reunion class of 81? So maybe you can tell our audience the ticket price, even though y'all don't have that yet, maybe you're not sure.
Well, no, we don't have that yet because, like I said, we're still on our planning stages. So it takes about a year to start planning for a reunion. It's something you don't do like in 6 months because we want our reunion to be like almost perfect. Like,
Yes.
From detail to detail. So, like I said, we're still in our planning stages. So we're building our committees now. Our next meeting is in September. I'll keep our class of 81 informed of when that date is going to be. But we're going to have our next committee meeting, and we're breaking down the committees after that. Whereas though this person will start looking for a vineyard, this person, because our reunion is going to be from a Thursday to a Sunday.
So that's a four-day gathering.
Wow.
Because normally when we have our reunion, it's just for one day, and that used to really be. Although I used to love seeing everybody, it was very disappointing to see people coming from California to their reunion, and it's just one day.
Okay.
So I said that, once I got on the committee, I said that wasn't right.
Okay, do y'all have a committee phone number that the audience can reach? This is your time because we're closing down with your interview.
Yes.
Do you have a phone number?
Yes.
That the committee can call those who are around the world watching that maybe live in San Antonio, California, East Coast, West Coast. Those who are watching, give the phone number out, and how can they contact to volunteer to join in, because you need every 81 graduate to participate to make this 40
Yes, because we had like
year anniversary.
180 graduates. So
Yeah, okay, so this is your time to give the phone number out. And do y'all have a WhatsApp on Facebook?
We do have it. We're with the Class with Class on Facebook. Just go to our Facebook page. Because it's a private page, we have to make sure that you're part of the Class of 81. So once you're confirmed, you get on the page, and all our information will be, all the information will be on the Facebook page. You can reach us by telephone at 215-833-5094.
Now my question is, if you are from Overbrook, but you another year, can you get on your page?
I'm sure you can. I mean, we put you on our page because you've been so supportive. Like everything we have, you show up for the Class of 81. That's why I put you in the Class of 81. In fact, I think I sent you an invite to the page, and then you was like, "I'm the Class of 80."
But we all, it's all like a
it's
family
all
thing.
right.
All a family thing.
So tell them we want to thank you.
We want to thank you for coming in.
Thank you guys for having me.
And we appreciate all the information that you gave us and everything. And I hope everybody's tuned tuning in and calling. You still have time to call in, callers, at 484-477-6348 if you have any more questions for Shamel. And I really appreciate you coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, Dr. Rock, I don't know where you find all these beautiful talent and doing a reunion and it's amazing that I feel that was a good hit for those in 81 that graduated from Overbrook High School, but also that was good because I got some knowledge how reunion goes. And a lot of people never know how to do the process and organization because we never been taught how to organize.
Right.
And it's hard for people that want to do reunion if you never organizing anything before.
Right.
So what do you got out of that last interview with the 81 and organizing, see all the process and them having meetings and raising money? It does take a lot of money to put these venues together. So Showtime the Hype Man along with Dr. Rock, we asking those who support the 81 graduation reunion.
Yes. No, I just think because Shamel, she was very, she just let everybody know she wants you to participate. Because a lot of times, all these graduates, if she said, 400 and so many graduates, if so many graduated from Overbrook, let's just come on board. Let's just have fun. I mean, or join in, to try to find out more information on what you can do to help. Because I know Philly Hot Radio, we're going to try to help.
There you go. Thank you. Okay, we're going to move along. We're ready to bring our next guest. It's important for me to bring this young man and his beautiful daughter. It's important that when you have a father and a daughter that are athletes and also building a bond together, and I'm so grateful that United States, ladies and gentlemen, lightweight champion is here live on Philly Hot Radio Whistle while you work. Ladies and gentlemen, Frankie Trader.
Yes.
The lightweight United States champion is here live on Philly Hot Radio Whistle while you work.
And we have Nyla Trader. She's a gymnastics.
Wow. Say it again. Tell the audience.
Nyla Trader. She's in gymnastics.
And so those who don't know me, Showtime the Hype Man, I am Frankie Trader, assistant, along with cornerman and personal advisor. Me and Frankie is clicking right now, spiritually. Every morning, me and the champ talks every day at 5:30. He might say, I'm up before him. He might come up. I know he just woke up, but I ain't going to argue with him at 5:30 in the morning. But I want to introduce everybody to Frankie Trader, United States lightweight championship belt. Frankie Trader, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
So, Frankie Trader. We want to thank you for coming on. I know that you're busy, and I want you to talk about your amateur background, the process that you've been going through in your ups and downs that becoming a pro fighter, and let the audience know a little about your amateur background, how you was number 1, number 2 in the world as an amateur, and how trying to be a family man, to raise your kids, go to work, pay your bills, be responsible. And also, I asked him to bring his beautiful daughter because she's an outstanding gymnastic, along with a good student in her class. And it's important for us to show that young folks and couples and fathers and daughters do have a bond in a relationship. So Frankie Trader, talk about your career, talk a little about your amateur, talk about your team, Aaron Ford, your manager team, and those who has helped you every day. Along with your mom, it's important that we give your mother a shout out, because what for your mother, and we got to give her a shout out. So it was important that we do that.
Well, how y'all doing? Philly Hot Radio Station, we'll see why you work. As an amateur, I had 183 amateur fights. I think 14 losses out of 183 amateur fights. I fought the best across the nation. Some of the guys y'all may know that's world champions today, like Anthony Durrell, Danny Garcia, Lamont Peterson. No, not Lamont Peterson. His brother Anthony Peterson. I fought guys like those, and as an amateur, I went all over the nation fighting as a kid. I remember being 16 years old, going to Kansas City, Missouri at midnight by myself.
He's at midnight.
Getting off the plane, catching a cab, going to my hotel, and I made that tournament, which I was ranked number 2 in the nation at the time. I got to the championship. I actually fought 4 nights straight, and got to the championship, which I still believe I won that fight. But
I know you won it. I know you won it.
They stole that from me, but I was grateful to get that opportunity, and I became ranked number 2 in that tournament at that time. I think the tournament might have been the Silver Gloves.
Okay.
I don't remember. I fought so many nationals, so I don't remember what actually tournament that was. But if I'm not mistaken, it might have been the Silver Gloves or the ringside. But right now I'm 13-2-1 as a pro, which technically I should be 16-0.
I know that's right.
But politics is very big in boxing, and it's also certain politics in boxing also kills boxing because not giving fighters opportunities when they get a loss, and just because they got a loss, it doesn't mean they can't be great. Sometimes they get doors closed on them because of that. But I'm gonna speak about one particular guy named Julian Williams. He's a world champion right now, undisputed. He had took a loss, and a lot of people criticized him and saying that, he was done, this, that, and the third. But I always knew that he would always bounce back, and he did. And right now, he's a world champion.
Can you name how many champion fighters that we have in Philadelphia that's holding? A lot of people don't know that Philadelphia has 2 world champion fighters. Three, excuse me. We have 3 world champion fighters.
Philly's definitely hot right now.
So, what division, your weight class? Talk about your weight class. Talk about what are you looking for out of boxing. Talk about your foundation of dealing with homeless people, those who are struggling, and talk about your goal as winning this belt. Those who look at the belt. I want everybody to get a chance to see the belt. If you don't mind, hand me this belt here. Can you hand me the belt? I want to show the world. We live on YouTube. Look at this belt. This is an outstanding belt here. This is an accomplishment. Those who watching us around the world. So I want to thank Frankie Trader. So Frater, talk about any upcoming fight. Talk about your weight class, what you're aiming for. You talked about the 3 fighters out of Philadelphia, but really just talk about your goals in the future in 2020, what you're aiming for.
2020, Frankie Trader will become world champion. That's my main.
Y'all heard what he just said?
That's I'm on a 3-fight winning streak. Hopefully I'll get a fight in October. That's what me and my team is actually aiming for. We're trying to get at least 2 fights before the year is out, and then going into 2020 strong, very aggressive, building my speed. Perfecting my speed, building my power, and just letting people know who I am across the world, and letting people know in Philly who I am and who I was, and who I was is what I am right now. And I'm back, and I will become world champion.
Wow.
I heard they call you the secret.
What made you what made you get into boxing?
My cousin Devin, he's deceased. He was murdered in 2002 from breaking up a fight, and he had got me into boxing. One day he was walking down the street with a bag, and I asked him where he was going. He told me mind my business. And And I was like, where you going? He's like, no, mind your business. So he kept, so every day around like 5 o'clock, he would leave his house, or he would leave us sitting around, we was chatting. And I was like, where you going? He's like, mind your business. He always kept saying it.
Mind your business.
Mind your business.
So I followed him one day down to 57 Pavine Shepherd's Rec Center. It was a boxing gym downstairs in that rec center. Mitchell Allen, we call him Grandpa, we call him Pop. He ran the gym, and he recently just passed away. God bless him and his family. Devin, I watched him walk into the gym, and I seen him. He come out, change, and he gets in the mirror and he starts shadow boxing. I said, "This is where you was going every day." And he started smiling. He was cheesing, and then I said, "You know what? I'm coming with you." So I had called my mom and my dad. They said, "You want to join?" I said, "Yeah." So they took me down there and signed me up. And
Wow.
The rest is history.
That's wonderful. Because and my son is 36. I guess he's about 36. He's 36. What happened is he used to always hold his hand. I used to say, "Just son, just go to go boxing." And so he did a little bit of it. But I wish he was stuck with it like you did. And I'm really proud of you that that you got that belt. That belt was wonderful. I love that belt.
Yeah, boy, that was
More to come.
Yeah, more to come.
Yes.
So, my viewers, this is your time that those who have children and those, we're going to talk a little bit, get back to Frankie. Frankie's daughter is here, and she's an outstanding gymnastic, and we're going to talk about how long she's been doing it and what is her goal as a gymnast along with going to school. And I thought that I asked Frankie Trader to bring her on the show because they both of them sporting Nike hats, and so we are asking for Nike to support us and give Frankie Trader a contract along with his daughter. So this is your opportunity. We're going to ask you some questions. And what make you still the driving force being a gymnastic? Because your father's an athlete, so I know you're an athlete. So introduce you and tell what school you go to, what grade you in, and what school you go to, and coming up in September.
My name is Nala Chader. I'm 13. I go to Kimmel right now, but my dad is taking me to a new school. And what brought me to doing gymnastics, wanting to do it, first I was like 4 or something, and my dad was like, "Do you want to do dance school?" And I was like, "Yeah," and I was really excited. So I started doing dance school for like 7 years, and that's when I wanted to go to gymnastics, but like it wasn't like perfect timing for me to go. So then my dad recently brought me in it. Yeah.
Wow. So what are you getting out of your being in gymnastic? Discipline? Do it give you discipline? The training? Because it's strange to see a lot of Afro-American young women and fathers that really don't know, is it dominate black young girls, or it's a culture of different culture that's in gymnastic with the school you go to and what your father brought you? We're not used to seeing for me and my audience, that young women's like you, young girl that's going in gymnastics and the process and the hard work. Can you demonstrate a little what you learn when you go there on Saturdays and other young women's that's with you as your team? Give a shout out to your coach too, because your coach is watching. Give a shout out to your coach. We make it clear. So let's talk about about the trainings and what you're doing and what your development. What stage you in to make you compete on a high level?
Well, we have to be in there for like a certain amount of time so they could see where your place is at right now for you to go into the training team. But yeah, I'm on a training black team, training to go into the competition team.
If you got a heart like your father, you're going to be good, sister. Woo. And your mother, too. So we make that clear.
Yes.
And your mother.
So what made you get into sports?
My dad.
Your dad? Oh, wow. And you said, what school could you say the school again? I couldn't hear.
Penwood, but my
Penwood.
dad bringing me to a new school.
Oh, okay. Great.
Dr. Rock did 30 years as a school teacher in the Philadelphia school system.
Mm-hmm. And I'm still working with the kids because, teaching never ends. Education never ends. Teaching never ends. So I'm going back in September to help out the children.
So this is your chance. this is your chance to talk to the young audience today, and because I know that in life we have challenges and faces. We got a caller. Go ahead, Dr. Rock.
Caller, what's your question?
Hey, I just want to say a shout out to Philly Hot Radio, Dr. Rock, and Showtime, the Hype Man.
Well,
Yes,
thank you
thank
so
you.
much. We really appreciate your calling. You're still viewing us. Do you have a question for the young lady that talked about the gymnastics, or a question about Frankie Trader, even though you might know about boxing or sports? Do you have any question to encourage this young lady that's here?
Just tell her to just keep on doing her thing. If she has haters out there, ignore the haters, and she's doing something positive, and just keep on keeping on.
Wow. Well, we want to thank you for that calling in, because we're getting closer to the hour. So thank you so much for calling in. You know we love you, okay?
And you know I love you too. The hot, dopest radio people on the planet, Dr. Rock and Showtime the Hype Man.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So we're going to get ready to close, but so can you tell the young audience that are watching, it's important that we show, because there's a lot of violence going on in the city of Philadelphia, and there's a lot of things that are attracting our young people, and I truly believe that gymnastics, we need you to represent us out of Philadelphia. And I'm asking you from my heart, and Philly Hot Radio, also Dr. Rock, we want to support you, because we need you to be that gold medalist one day. I see that you got the frame, the mindset as an athlete, but it's important to go to school, and we are going to rally behind you in any event you do. We're going to make sure that we support you, because I see a gold Olympians here live on this day. I'm claiming, but you got to put the work in. You got to put, she's smiling. I told she ready. So we definitely going to support you, Philly Hot Radio, and we want you to continue to work hard at it. This is something that's going to take you on a whole new life. For your family, your parents, your brothers and sisters that are watching you. You're live on YouTube around the world, and some coach that's watching you want to give you an opportunity, but your grades must be intact. It's important that you block everything else and focus on your career. We need you. We putting pressure on you early, because Philadelphia now, the whole world gonna be watching. You're gonna be famous, and the more young girls and young men's gonna take behind you. You're gonna take the lead in Philadelphia like your father doing. So I want to thank you on our show. So you have anything to say to our audience before you go?
No, but thank you for watching.
You're doing a wonderful job. You keep it up. You and your father both. And you're doing such a wonderful. I like to see the team that y'all both have together.
So Frankie, before you go, why don't you give a shout out to your team, your coach, and the top 10 in the world?
I got a shout out to Aaron Ford, my manager Shaheed Purnell, and you, Michael Keller, Showtime the Hype Man, and I will be world champion in 2020. So basically, anybody at the top 10 at 130, I'm coming.
Wow, I want to thank Frankie Trader. Wow. I want to thank Frankie Trader and his lovely daughter. So thank you. So Dr. Rock, so what do you think so far? I'm ready to bring another guest in, but talk about this real quick.
No, I actually think that it's wonderful at the gymnastics. So you don't, like you said, you don't see too many, children or students out there doing gymnastics. You always do, you see them doing other things. Getting in trouble. You don't want them to get in trouble. You want them to have something, to do. So I think that's wonderful what she's doing.
Wow. So what do you think about meeting the champion? I know you want.
Oh, the champion.
I know you like that velvet.
Look, I'm into boxing now, and I'm definitely into boxing.
So I want you to introduce our next guest as we come up. So viewers, we bring in champion gymnastic. We brought the prom reunion. We are truly bringing, I'm going to let Dr. Rock introduce our next guest. And those who like to call at 484-477-6348, you can call the radio show. So Dr. Rock going to introduce our next guest.
Okay. Our next guest is Belinda McGuire Davis, 2019 Senior Queen USA. She's the CEO of the McGuire Institute of fashion designer. LaGuardia Fashions, and she retired from the public schools educators, which is wonderful. Speaking points is careers in fashion, the characteristic of a queen.
Wow. All that, huh?
Yes, yes.
So, my name is Showtime the Hype Man, and foremost, we like to thank you for all the hard work and all your accomplishment doing what you're doing. Especially, I want to thank you as being a teacher and
Yes.
giving back, and you're still giving back to our audience. We really appreciate you coming on this show because we've been having a lot of beauty pageant and
Yes.
our young kids and young men's and young male. Why they don't have men passions for young kids, for boys?
You mean pageants?
Yeah.
But you know what? Remember, you was in it. Remember, we had
Oh,
something
yeah, but that was what.
with Women's Journey to Life. We had the King's Day.
Okay.
So, because we always said it's always about the woman, how we look so, the woman looks so beautiful. Let's just show the men off. Let's just show what they can do. Let's show, because it's not all about the woman all the time. It's about the men too, and all the things they accomplish in the world. So that's why we had it. So we did it, and we're going to have another one. It's not, so tune in for that, and we're going to talk about that, having another one.
Okay, so this is your chance to talk about when you started this career, when you had the desire and passion. So tell the audience a little bit about your passion dealing with you being involved in modeling, clothes, organization. So give us a little bit of history, what school you went to in Philadelphia, and the job you work, and give us a little bit of history about you.
I actually didn't go to school in Philadelphia.
There you go.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm from New Jersey. I'm a Jersey girl.
That's okay.
I was raised by two women who loved sewing. My grandmother and my mother. My mother, she loved beautiful clothing. And I watched her lay red velvet on the floor in the kitchen and take pieces of newspaper that she cut out in some shapes and put it on top of the fabric, cut it out. She ended up with a beautiful red velvet gown with a cape to it, and then she put trim all around it. And she would make my outfits, a dress for herself and one for my sister. And we'd all go out, we go to church or wherever, and we always got a lot of accolades from everybody, and I really loved that.
I really love that.
I really love that. So, very early on, I was introduced to sewing. I couldn't use my mom's sewing machine when I first started out, so my grandmother taught me how to use what they call a back stitch. And I used that back stitch to make clothing for dolls, and then I started using it for myself, and I learned how to crochet and all that. So when I went to school, we started having home economics in junior high school. I really didn't like the class because the teacher made me take loose my vest to wait for the other students because she said I was going too fast. And I didn't appreciate that. And because of that, I continued sewing, and I made clothing for myself, for my friends, for a little singing group I was in high school.
Oh, singing group.
Singing group.
She threw that out there. She threw that out there. Oh, okay.
I can't sing anymore, though.
Oh, no. Boy.
We would ask you to sing something right now.
I would ask her. I would have asked her. I would have did that.
Yes.
And so I did what I did with that, and I continued with sewing. I wanted to go to high school for fashion, but I also wanted to attend college. I wanted to be a teacher.
Okay.
I used to make my brothers, because they wanted some of my candy, and I bought 2 for a penny candy when I got my allowance.
You ever
and
said 2 for a penny?
They bought the big ticket items, and they were gone. So they would come to me. So I said, well, you have to be in my class in order to get some of my candy. So I started teaching early on, and my mother was also a teacher. And so I had aunts and cousins that were teachers as well. So I wanted to do both. I wanted to be in education, and I also wanted to be a fashion designer.
Right.
And it was annoying to me that I was told you either have to go to the vocational school for fashion, and then you would not be able to take the college prep classes to go to college, or go to a regular high school to take the college prep classes. So I decided, well, I'm going to sew anyway, I'm going to design anyway, so I took the college prep route. and I went to a regular high school. I graduated from there. I continued to sew the whole time. I went on to college. I continued to sew. And I did actually apply for a scholarship for a fashion college, but nah, I didn't have the skills that were necessary. Because one of the things that happened, I had to go take this test.
Let me ask you a question. I'm glad you said that.
Yes.
As a minority Afro-American woman, you had the gift.
Yeah.
And what happened was too many schools and too many colleges, and at that years when you was going, it was Madami of white
Yes.
culture that was running the fashion industry.
Right.
And because you was gifted from your grandmother and your mother, you had the talent and the gift. And what is going on that a lot of people got a lot of gifts, but we allow schools, we allow the naysayers, we allow the negative people, we are start hearing people telling us we can do, but I'm grateful that you kept the wagon going. I am grateful that you allow this spirit and this gift in you, and at your age, with what I'm looking at, a woman that's excited at her age that still are hot right now. So we're live on Philly Hot Radio. Whistle while you work. We have a talented lady right here that's talking about the fashion industry, and a lot of young women and men went the same road, but she never gave up.
Never gave up.
Never gave up. So I want to thank you for you sticking to your fashion, your title. You talked about the struggle. You talked about how your grandmother took a cloth, because that's all we had in them days, Dr. Rock. So Hagel, a talented lady, could have gave up when she said, well, I didn't have the education. They always put these tests on us, but I got a gift. I don't need a test.
That's right.
So they're always trying to put tests on us. So talk a little bit more about get into your passion now.
Okay. Well, what happened was I continued, as I said, to sew. When I graduated from college, I took my own money and paid to go to FIT.
Yes.
And when I went to FIT, the classes I took actually were all of their business classes. I took business law.
Wow.
I took marketing. I took business administration. I took production management.
Come on.
Good, yes.
Come on, sister. Give them that testimony.
Yes.
Because I wanted to know the business side of the industry as well. And while I was in that, I also joined the organization called the National Association of Fashion and Accessory Designers.
Wow.
And that organization taught me more skills in sewing than I could have ever probably gotten at a college.
Yes.
These ladies were, these were the ones that made gowns for Kennedy. These are people like Lois K. Alexander, who had a black fashion museum in Harlem. I learned a lot of skills from them. I had my garments, as a matter of fact, on display at the museum in Harlem for a while. I learned from them. I continued what I was doing. And as a member of the organization, I traveled all around the United States. I competed in competitions, which they made sure I learned how to sew properly to win the competition. So I won several titles for evening wear and my wedding gowns.
Wow.
So from there, I was still teaching during this whole time.
Okay.
I decided I wanted to see education in the fashion industry.
Wow.
I did not want my young people, to come up thinking the only thing they could do is model, sew, and design.
Right.
Because I had been exposed to so much, I understood that there was more to the fashion industry. Example, their core content subjects that they take in school right now, all of them tie into a career in the fashion industry. You cannot tell me that a kid who is good in chemistry cannot be a textile designer and patent a fabric of his own.
That's right.
Okay? You cannot tell me that our young people who want to be attorneys cannot be attorneys for designers, and they can't patent names and do work with these different artists out here who lend their names to different things and do international trade. There's a lot that goes on in the fashion industry that our young people have been kept away from.
Right.
And it is important to me that all of these young people start understanding that there's a lot more out here in careers. And I've been fighting this fight since 1992. Finally, the Newark Public School in 2000 asked me to write a curriculum for fashion, but they limited the curriculum to just clothing construction. I pushed and I got merchandising and marketing in there in 2007 into the curriculum. However, there was so many more things, and it was a big fight between the business department and the arts department who was going to fund my program.
Wow. Wow.
Because the arts department was the hands-on clothing construction part. Then you had the business department where they were learning merchandising and marketing. So the principal called both departments to the school to have a conversation because we wanted to improve, because we also were teaching computer-aided design to these young people. And we wanted to get the newer program, the updates, and we couldn't get it because the money wasn't there.
Right,
Dr.
right.
Rock, I know you have
And
a
I
question
have a
to ask
question.
her.
Well, first of all, I know Belinda, she's always sharp, okay? I'm telling you, her clothes is dynamite. And I love clothes. You know I love fashion
I know.
also, you know. And when I first met her, and I was like, wow, I love what she have on, you know. And she just got married. I just want to make that out. I just want everybody to know, too. She's a newlywed. She's a newlywed. Her husband is here also. He's our cameraman also, and he's here. And I just want to congratulate them on their marriage.
you.
And guess what else? She also won senior queen for the pageant for 2018. She's a winner of that.
Can I
also.
see the hat? I can show my audience. This is so.
Isn't that beautiful?
Look at this, my
Yes.
audience. Isn't this gorgeous?
Yes, it is.
And
Beautiful.
you are the queen of the new radio internet sensation.
Yeah.
I want to give this to you
Thank
too
you.
also. Dr. Rock is the queen of the internet, YouTube. You are doing a great job, and I
Thank
wanted to
you.
show you this is what you're aiming
Beautiful.
for, to be the queen
Yes.
of the internet radio, Dr. Rock.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So I have a question too to say something to my audience, and I just learned a powerful. This lady, he is very powerful in the industry, and you just gave my spirit. I am so happy for you, what you've been through, to keep our community. And we have a call here. Go ahead, Dr. Rock.
Caller, what's your question?
Hi. So, Philly Hot Radio whistle while you were, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know my audience, with y'all that's here. This lady been riding this train. This lady has been committed, along with her husband now. Fresh, beautiful couple came in here with red on matching. I saw
Yes.
the coordination. He representing the Phillies. It's very important that our audience appreciate you.
Yes.
Philly Hot Radio whistle while you're where we appreciate you.
Yes,
Thank
we do.
you.
And I definitely want to partner up with
Yes.
her, because they always told me talented people sometimes are the ones that are in here. And I have met a lot of graphic designers, but I think that you have the whole package to lead our culture into a whole fashion show. I don't want you to quit, because I know that many times you wanted to give up, and my spirit is telling me that. And I love fashion.
Oh, yes.
Dr. Rock like fashion.
Yes.
We need you to keep the torch going, because I went past a lot of graves and I saw so many young talent and gift never got a chance. And the killing and the murder in the city of Philadelphia, young women's and men's need you. They
Yeah.
need Dr. Rock, good teachers.
Yeah.
We need you in Philadelphia, in Jersey, New York, and the world needs you. And I want to just embrace you today. Don't give up. I know that you might have been tired, but it's my job as a host on Philly Hot Radio, whistle while you work. It's important for me to allow you to know that the wagon ain't heavy, because God has placed a gift inside of you. That little girl that is rising, your energy level had took off. Won't you leave this show? So it ain't no more stopping. You haven't even made your best outfit yet. Because Dr. Rock and Showtime want to wear one of your outfits in one of our gallery places that me and her going to host. So
actually, I'm going to be my garments are going to be showcased at the Capital City Fashion Week show.
Wow!
In September. And also at the Jersey City Fashion Week show.
Wow.
So you'll see some of
my
my
can you let the audience know where to find you, or, as far as your email or your,
Well, we're on Facebook. You can look for the Linguire Institute of Fashion on Facebook, and you can see all the different things that we've done. We also have a website, and it's linguireinstituteoffashion.org. And you can reach out to me if you're interested in the fashion industry and getting some career programs going in your school district, or even if it's a private organization. We do work. I have staff members who go out and they teach for me right now while we're still pushing for a fashion and technology high school.
Wow.
Okay, so you can reach out to me, as I said, LI Fashions with an S at hotmail.com. And you can also check us out on Facebook. And my name again is Belinda McGuire. And in reference to the Queen, all you young ladies out there, you start out as princesses. If you want to be a queen, you have to possess the character and the wisdom to be a queen.
Tell them.
So take your time. Don't let anybody push you and tell you, well, you're a queen already. You're not a queen until you have gathered that wisdom and you have that compassion for helping other people, and you show some empathy, and you conduct yourself in a proper manner when you're out in public and at home.
Right.
Okay, so that's when you are a queen. But you all have the ability to become a queen. It's up to you to use it.
Yes, right. That's right. And I want to mention one more time about what's going on Sunday.
It's okay. Go ahead.
Sunday, Dave Wilkes is going to present the BBWP International. It's going to be a pageant. Director is going to be Stephanie Kane. And the entertainer is going to be Intruders. And it's featuring Tony Strong. The host is going to be Patty Jackson. And also we're going to have Philly Hot Radio. We're going to be interviewing with Whistle While You Work. We're going to interview the ladies. And it's going to be Philly recording artist Destiny. She's going to sing Destiny Marie. And it's going to be at the Clarion Hotel, Philadelphia International Airport, 78 Industrial Highway in Essington, PA, 19029.
And tickets?
So tickets are $30. The VIP tickets are sold out. So you can get your tickets for $30. You can come, you can get them at the door, or you can call me, or you can call Dave. You can call me at 215-668-0241, or you can call the radio station now at 484-477-6348.
Before we do have a closing, and I want to do a personal for me and Dr. Rock. Anything that me and Dr. Rock, and those who have gifts, it only come every 50 years. The universe is moving for those who have gifts and those who are not afraid to be a risk taker. You have jumped out there, and we ain't no more coming back now. When you leave this radio station, you have reopened your spirit to reach a goal, because I know that successful is a part of failure. I know that success, you go through rejection, people talking about you, people saying this about you. See, the key is that we got to be deaf and don't see the viewer. You better do what God has placed inside of you. You are a naughty, gifted person. I refuse to allow you to lay down. I refuse you to allow it to listen to all that stuff. We need you. We need you. We need you. My name is Showtime the Hype Man. Before we close, we want you to give a quick to our audience. And it's important, real quick, to tell them that you're not going nowhere.
That's right.
Well, actually, I'm not going anywhere.
There you go.
As you said, this is a mantle that God has given me, and I realize that. And no matter how many times I've tried to say, "Well, I'm going to let this go because I just want to be married and chill," it's not happening.
He with you. He with you now. He keep wearing that red.
So I'm still on that road. I'm still on the road. We're looking for a place that we can have, and I know, like, even though this is Philly, in Jersey, in Newark, is where I originally would like to see this manifest because it's so close to New York. We were hoping that we could get one of those buildings that's abandoned there and make it into our fashion institute, because we have too many young people who are interested in careers in the fashion industry, and they don't have anywhere to go. And I do get calls, I get emails all the time from these young people, and I have been trying so hard to reach those folks in Newark to get them on board with giving us a building. And I hope this will be the catalyst to make it happen.
Well, what I think that God has spoke to me spiritual. I'm a spiritual guy. And what we need to do, Showtime the Hype Man and Dr. Rock, we need to get a school there, one of these schools, and use one of the schools in your district. Ask them, we're going to do a registration sign-in, and we want to get more kids involved and allow the children to spread. So I think that we can find ways to develop this platform for you and your dream. The buildings are there, but what we have to do is make some noise. And it's all about marketing. You went to marketing, and what we are doing, we are mastering our skills. So what I want to do, it's important that you bring great marketing and planning. I'm a great planner in the marketing skills. So me and Dr. Rock would love to come to Newark, New Jersey, bring a show, do a live entertainment. Let's bring some live entertainment, youth, and get the platform and the stage. I truly believe that Newark, Jersey are waiting for you to be an explosive. I believe the mayor, the council people, the state reps, the Congress, when you're doing things, God is going to open up doors. I already know that the building is getting the blueprint right now. I'm looking for the oldest abandoned place, and we're going to make North Jersey one of the outstanding places. How can we be in the middle of Philadelphia and New York City? So while we're in the middle, we can range things from New York, Philadelphia, and take your dream to the highest level. Y'all just got a champion fighter, young kid that's from North New Jersey, talked about their story. North New Jersey need energy. You are the energy of North Jersey. Yes, you got a mayor. Yes, we got council people talking. So I want to thank you for coming on Philly Hot Radio. So we want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. So, Dr. Rock, do you have a closing?
No, I just want to thank you for coming in, and I'm definitely for marketing. It'd be nice to do for the school district, because I'm connected with the school district Philadelphia a lot. You know, I know a lot of people there, so maybe we can do some connection with your marketing with the fashion.
Okay, well, thank you so much for having me on. You guys are phenomenal.
I hope we ain't scared you now.
No, you're scared.
We're glad you came on. And
you lived up to your name, the Hype Man.
Yes.
Oh, I did?
Yes. All right.
So this is our time to close the show. Dr. Rock.
Yes.
I want to thank us again. Philly Hot Radio, whistle while you work. We'd like to thank everybody that tuned in today. Do you have a brief comment for our audience, Dr. Rock?
Well, you know, I just want to thank everyone for coming in, because everyone that came in very talented. And I just love to see the energy that they have. You know, everybody's talking and telling me, and then the daughter Naya, when she came in about the gymnastics, that just gets the other kids, you know, oh, I want to do something like that, you know. So I really enjoyed everyone that came in today.
For me, for closing, I like to talk about real quick, ladies and gentlemen, about what happened on Wednesday at 14th and Erie. It's important that we share that the murders and the violence and the killing is going on in the city of Philadelphia. But Philly Hot Radio, whistle while you work. We have the community, the police officers in the community in our prayer, especially the 80 kids that were surrounded with that gun violence. So Philly Hot Radio, like to thank everybody that tuned in today on Philly Hot Radio. Whistle while you work. We see you next week. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Showtime the Hype Man, along with my co-host, Dr. Rock.